Hey guys, here I am. I'm about to get back into my 2015 Disney trip albums. I had taken a break to do the Rediscover Your Stash challenge, and I'm almost finished with this project, but I need to get the parade done and a few other things that I want to get finished. And I am going to scrapbook this single photo. Now, I took this photo off the internet and printed it with my Epson PictureMate PM400. Because this is the photo I got. See the difference? Yeah. So this is just going to be like the intro to the parade, and then I'll include this photo and all the other parade photos, which kind of look like this as well. But you know what? They're the pictures I took, so that's what I'm going to do. So I'm thinking about doing something with ink or stain or something here in the background, and I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing or where I'm going with it, but we're gonna try. So I have this Picket Fence Distress Stain. I also have some Maya Mist and Summer Sun Yellow. It's kind of an orange. And I also have the Heidi Swapp Color Shine in white. So I'm just going to go at it and see what happens. Now, I shook these up a whole bunch earlier before I even turned on the camera, so let's see what I can do with this. All right, it's looking kind of weird. Now I've kind of got an idea of what I want to go for. So we'll see if this turns out. I want to go in a diagonal across the page. Okay. Now I'm going to let this dry, and I'll be back. Okay, so I didn't like what I had done. It was too, I don't know, jagged, I guess. So I took some Liquitex acrylic paint, just a little teeny dab, and really watered it down and used this cheapy paintbrush and just mixed it all in. And the orange drops were still wet, so it kind of has this yellowy white filmy look going on, and that works for me for what I'm doing with this parade thing. My dots are still a little bit wet, and I'm ready to go, so we're just going to dab those off to dry them up a little bit. Now, as you can see, my paper is definitely quite curled. I'm okay with that. I'm certain it will flatten out once it's in the scrapbook. Now I just have to decide which way. Made a bigger mess than I thought. Which way I like it. Do I like it better with this or with, we're gonna go like this. Okay. So I have this piece cut out from another page I was doing, and I ended up not using it. So I want to use it on this page. And I just used my EK Success like big scallop border punch here. And these dots don't cut, they emboss. And you can see if you look really closely that there's some embossed or debossed depending upon which side you're holding up. that's right there, but you know what? It's really not that noticeable, especially if you hold it on this way. So I don't think I'm going to want this to go all the way across the page. I think I'm going to want it to go like this. Okay. And before I turned on the camera, I actually used a Versamark pen and some clear embossing powder and embossed these two little arrows from this cut apart from the Simple Stories collection. So I'm just going to use my distress inks and distress some stuff. No, I'm just going to ink around the edges of the pieces of paper that I pulled out for this layout. The dauber sponge part's only good if you actually remember to put it on. And this is obviously the first time I've used this color, so here's hoping it works okay for... Yeah, that's good. So these Distress Mini inks that I'm using are kind of new to me. I have some of the larger size and this one, but I've been seeing people and hearing people rave about these little guys for a while now, about how they were easier to blend. Well, I'm not even blending it, but I did want to try them out, and I definitely like this color. That's a good mustard seed. That's a good one. Okay. I have these two little scraps, and I was going to use them on either side of a page. Let's see, do I want to yellow this? No, I probably want to red this. When you're scrapbooking, do you do that? Do you turn some verbs into, or turn some nouns into verbs rather? Like, I'm going to red this. Alright, so we'll just get these inked up. I'm not sure which side I'm going to use and which side's going to be poked underneath of the photo, so I say go safe and just ink all the edges until you're entirely sure. This guy I'm going to do with the black. I know I've said this before, but embossing paper elements is one of my favorite things ever. I don't know what it is about it. I just enjoy it. It's just fun to me. I don't think I'm going to ink this guy. I don't think I'm going to. Okay. Alright. I do have this big old doily I want to pop in there. And then I have this like vellum bag. It's got a bat on it, but I think I'm actually going to cover up the bat. This I got in the dollar section at Target. Also have some Frankie and Friends brads that I think I'm going to use. And then I have some of the Echo Park Magic and Wonder. And then the other collection too. What is that? Magical Adventure. As you can see, I've been working a little bit. This one's got a little bit more, but I've been working with these for a little while now on this with this album. So, all right, let's see what we've got going on here. So what I was thinking was putting this as a little element over there, but I don't want that much sewing. I think what I'm going to do is cut this out so that it overlaps the photo a little bit. All right, I'm going to do that and be right back. Okay, so I just cut this little guy out like this. And then I positioned it here, and I'm happy with the position. I like the amount of paper. I'm okay with where the arrows hit. This little guy needs to be tucked under here. And then I realized I cut off the Disney cast member's head. But honestly, I don't know who she is, and I think I'm okay with it. So I'm just going to turn this over like this. And I think I'm going to grab some washi tape and tape the back of that. Oops. Did it a little crooked. Alright, so what I do is I have this little dispenser, and I keep the washi tape that I know I'm not going to use on my pages. It's just not, you know, my style or something I really like. Sometimes, you know, somebody sends you some ugly washi tape, and it could be in a kit, or it could be somebody you know sends it to you. Whatever it is, you know you're not going to use that washi tape. So I just put it on there. Okay, now these arrows popping up like that's going to be a problem for me. So in addition to my ATG, I also use this Scotch Permanent Dot Runner. I got this guy on clearance and a whole bunch of refills on clearance because I thought, dang, as cheap as this was, I think they were like 97 cents and the refills were 97 cents. As cheap as this was, even if they were ending it, it was worth it to get it for that cheap of a price. But I've since found out that they're not ending it. So I'm happy with that because I like it as a dot adhesive. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I think we're going to have this guy go here. Oh, I need this guy too. I think I'd like to put maybe some journaling or a tag in there. So I think I'm going to go with that. And I'm totally okay with covering up this bat. Does anybody else's ATG squeak like that? I have to pay attention. I'm not sure if my, dang it. I'm not sure if my red one squeaks like that or if it's just the pink one. Yes, I do have two ATGs. Some people might think that's excessive. I kind of thought it was excessive too when my husband surprised me with the pink one for my birthday when I had the red one. But I gotta tell you, it comes in super handy when you're scrapbooking. I load up both of them, and when one empties, I just toss it to the side and pull out the other one, and then I can just go. So I load up both at once when they both empty out. Okay, let's see. Do I like it on the bottom? No. I think I like it on the top. Dang it. Okay. I think I like that little bit of yellow peeking through out there. So I'm going to go with that. I don't like that far down, so I'm going to have to figure out something here to kind of bridge this gap. pulled this out. I had pulled this out because I was going to mat the photo and completely forgot about it. Alright, I think I'm going to cut into this guy. Where did my trimmer go? Okay, so when I film my scrapbooking, I don't film where I normally scrapbook. Where I normally scrapbook is a table and I have windows behind me. But there's no way to hook a camera up so you could see from the top. Unless we drill into the ceiling, and that's not something that's going to happen. So once I hit 100 subscribers, I'm going to treat myself to a tripod with an arm. So like this would be the arm right over top the photo. Okay, so highly scientific method of using your fingernail to mark where you want to cut. And I am going to ink the edge of this guy. And I think I'm okay with these dots on top of dots, because that's almost the exact same. So I think I'm okay with the dots on top of dots. All right. Let's put a little bit of adhesive on this bad boy. Okay. And I definitely want it right there. Okay, and then we're going to put some adhesive on this bad boy. Okay, and he can live there. Oh, there's still a little gap right there. I might get some... Oh, duh. I even have these ready to go and I didn't even... Yeah, we'll do behind the yellow. Okay. See what I got going on here. I don't want to do a film strip, but I do want kind of out of all my little thin stick. Let's see if this one will do. Ooh, I kind of like that. And I'll cut him there, and it's just a little teeny bit of edge showing, so it's not exactly lined up everywhere. Okay, let's get these guys stuck down. Okay, then his little friend over here. Oops. Do I want the doily to go all the way down to the red? Do I want it there? I think I want it all the way down to the red. Like this. Okay, that's good. And that's just going to be there for 1 second, just to hold it together. And then I'm going to glue all of this down in one little piece. And I want just that teeny tiny little edge show right there. Okay. And this isn't very secure, so we'll put a little bit more down there. A little bit more of adhesive there as well. I put that there, that covers up all those great lines. If I put it here, I have this little bit of trap space. The question is, am I okay with that trap space? Because sometimes I am. Or I could bring that up there. And that fills, look at that, that fills it almost perfectly. That worked out. Let me get some glue on this. So this is a sticker that I pulled off the sheet for another page. It fell on a pair of sweatpants. And then it's just kind of been hanging around. Where's my... I'm not really giving it a lot of ink on the edges. Just kind of like beating it a little bit on the edge. Lift that little guy back up. Okay. That's looking pretty exciting. All right, so now I've got the basics. Whoops. Got super excited and started knocking around the camera. All right. So I got the basics, and now I just need to add the little bits and bobs that will make it fantastic. Okay, a couple little balloons there. The question is, I have this idea for this banner, but I don't think it's going to go on this page. I think it's going to be someplace else. Here we go. Okay, do hearts. And if you guys have been watching any of my videos, you might notice that I do this a lot, which is take two of these little banners, overlap them, and tuck them under something so that they've got something hanging down like this. Okay, so that's set. What else can we do to this? I need to do the title, and the title is just going to be Boo. Ah! Every time we say boo in this house, we still go, ah, because of Blue's Clues. I have no idea if anybody even knows what Blue's Clues is anymore, or if Blue's Clues is even like a thing. I don't know. I think I might need another banner there. Let's see. or this guy? Yeah, I like that. Okay. So I got to figure out where the title's going to go. Maybe it's just going to go here. I don't know. I feel like let's take him off for a minute. Maybe This Is the Good Stuff is going to be the title, and the picture can just speak for itself. So I've discovered these brads. What I've been doing is pulling off the tines and using like a pop dot to glue them on. I like the orange better than these yellow stickers I had pulled out, that's for sure. Okay, so let me get these brads out of here. I'm going to pull the tines off of them, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I took off the tines, and then I got distracted and put this little happy haunting badge on there. And then I felt like there needed to be, I had the orange and the orange. I felt like there needed to be something more in this little corner here, because I had all this going on down here. Still feel like it needs a little something right there. And these little jobbies are going to go here. Need some pop dots for that. Or foam squares, or wherever these are from. I couldn't even tell you. Probably Michael's or Joann's. Okay. So we're going to get these guys on here just fine. Whoops. Oh, crud. You know what, guys? It's staying there. Okay, got the little boos there. Got this here, the little balloons, the little pumpkin. There needs to be a little something there. Maybe I'll do a couple little stars. Okay, now we need a couple down here. Give me a red guy. All right. 3 stars there, 3 stars there. I've got a little bit of a triangle going of orange. I feel like I should write something here, and I should be able to write on this. Let's try. Okay, just in case, I'm going to use a Zig photo signature pen. It doesn't smear when it's dry. So these are ones that I use when I write on photos. Okay. You really can't see that on the camera, can you? I can see it well enough in real life that I know what it says. Alright, I've already got my splatter. I splatted it first. So I'm gonna call this one good and get it in my album and the page protector so it'll flatten down. Thanks for watching, guys.